Hey everybody, welcome to Ready Set Live. This is Doc Severson with Ready Set Crypto. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of February, and we're getting a really nice rally right now. We are up about 5% just today alone on BTC, and many other assets are up 3, 4, 5% as well too. And this in light of all the, the CPI and the PPI and the jobs report and all these other things going on, and just a general negative outlook across the board. And here we go. Now, I don't know what happened, if there's anything that's been happening today in terms of the Congress looking at, or the SEC looking at doing anything with crypto. You guys can maybe clue me in on that. I try to spend as little time as possible actually reading the news about it because it affects the way that I look at the charts. Welcome aboard. Let us know where you're coming in from today. Make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Let everybody else know that we are getting started here. I will get started. I'm going to park myself down in the corner here so we can look at charts and not scare anybody. All right. So say hello as you get in. Let me know where you're coming in from. Hit the thumbs up button, and we'll get started here momentarily. So let me know what coins you want to take a look at, and we'll certainly do that. Okay, so we got GlassEye coming in from Eastern Netherlands. We have Nosa Capital all the way from South Africa. And Esther Tome coming in from Chicago. Yeah, I lived in Chicago for about a grand total of 3 months. Had to walk to work. That was great. And Jack from Darwin checking in. Hey, how's it going out there? Is it morning for you? Is it morning time? The other side of the planet. All right. And we got Math coming in from Seattle. Hey, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for tuning in here today. Again, my name is Doc Severson. And I'm going to be doing a live look at your coins. So whatever coins or currency pairs you want me to take a look at, even stocks if you want me to do that too, we'll certainly do that. So just a quick spin around the markets here. Bitcoin up big time. And we're going to see a couple of signals coming along today. So one of the ones that I expect to see firing into the room is called the RSI in Laguerre time. So it's a very quick oscillator. We're going to be showing a long hook tonight. So that is, hey, CY coming in from Chicago as well too. All right, the Windy City, man, my sympathies for dealing with the winter that you guys have up there. It is cold, it is windy. Chicago is a lovely town, but man, I froze my ass off so many times there. So, yeah, Bitcoin's looking good. Ethereum is looking like it's going to hook as well too. Now, the only thing that I give you as a caution is the fact that on a lot of these charts, the weekly chart is at exhaustion. Now, this is not so for Ethereum. Ethereum actually has plenty of energy, but if we look at Bitcoin, we do have an exhaustion signal on the swing back up. And so this could, I'm just saying could lead to a false breakout on the daily chart. But man, this is, it's extending. We're now up over 5% today. So some of the other top 10 that we're looking at here, we've managed to get past the FUD on Binance Coin, at least this week. XRP is actually getting somewhere, which is a change. And let's see. Where's Digibyte Barry? I haven't had a request for Digibyte in like the longest time. Here's Cardano. Cardano's showing a decent hook as well too. That's a long signal on our RSI Laguerre. And here's Dogecoin, and apparently Elon has not talked yet. So that one will, hey, Coob, how you doing? Good seeing Coob in the room. Okay, here is Polygon. Polygon has been one of the stronger coins that's out there. And here is Solana. Solana has still been caught up in all the FUD from FTX, but it's also showing a hook here today. Now, we need to see whether or not this is above the 200-day moving average. It is not, so we will not be firing a signal on Solana tonight. Okay, so let me go into, thanks everybody for letting me know where you're coming in from and welcoming everybody else. Make sure you hit the thumbs up on there. And by the way, if I'm sure you're subscribed, otherwise you probably wouldn't have been notified that we're broadcasting today, but make sure that you are subbed so we can make sure to let you know if we have something to say. Okay, so let's get into, let's start out with Coob, and we're going to look at Flux versus the US dollar. So F-L-U-X, Flux. All right, there we go. Flux versus Tether. That's good. Okay, so we're above the 200-day moving average. We just had a pullback, so the sell signal is off on the trend trading. Let's look at the RSI Laguerre, and this one looks like it probably might fire if it gets above 90 cents. So if we get above 90 cents, we'll probably fire in this one for the long signal, although it won't go in the room because I'm not looking at Flux right now. But if you watch this on your own, this one might fire. I do like the energy on this one. The weekly chart also is still plenty of energy. Now, if you look at this, let's get our magic pen going. There we go. Okay, if you look at this, what's still happening, though, just to keep things in perspective here, Coob, is that this is still a lower high, right? So still a lower high. So it's still got some work to do before it joins up with the big boys and starts doing this in terms of the weekly chart. So it's still kind of underwater, and it still may have a little bit of a tough time, but right now it's showing the very first, this is the very first potential higher low that's out there. This might have a difficult time getting off because the bears are going to be all over this thing. But if you can get them to squeeze above 1.1, so what you might want to think about doing is use trend trading and wait for the next end day high, which is going to be either 105 or 110 or so. Okay, let's look at CRV. CRV versus US dollar. CRV. And there we go. All right, this is another good one. This is another good one. We're about to hit a golden cross on the daily chart, which, by the way, is no big deal. Don't buy into the importance of the golden cross or the death cross or anything like that. We had a weekly death cross on Bitcoin. It doesn't really matter. It's all in the past. It's like something from, what was it? They said that in The Lion King, right? You guys all know that. So this is a nice hook signal here. I think this will probably be firing as a hook later on today on CRV. Again, we have to make sure that it's going to reach into new highs, but I do like that signal. It does look good. And I think that's gone just far enough that that might actually generate the hook signal. Okay, so again, I do like it for the fact that it's above the 200, anything above the 200. And if you look at this on a weekly chart, so there we go, curved Dow token, aggressive. You can see that this one's been setting up the base for quite a long time. This one's setting up a base for a long time and is just now starting to threaten this previous lower high. So if it's able to get above and beyond that, which is about $1.50 or so, then this one could be off and running because that's a nice long base for here. Okay. Thank you, Coob. Good morning from the Gold Coast. Could you do Litecoin? I'd be happy to do Litecoin. Litecoin has actually, for whatever reason, been one of the stronger assets that we've had. You can see this on the weekly chart. The weekly chart Look at this. I mean, this is good stuff here. This is a weekly chart making higher lows and higher highs. This is good, right? So all through this period, the whole year, I was like, guys, wait for the weekly uptrend. Wait for the weekly uptrend. Quit buying the dip. Quit buying the dip. Because what is low can get lower. And this is exactly what I've been telling you guys to wait for. So Litecoin looks really good. I like this on the weekly chart. The daily chart looks pretty good as well too. Look at this. It's a period of higher highs and higher lows. It's stair-stepping higher. You cannot get a better looking chart than this. I mean, this is terrific. Now, we have hit some of the sell signals. We have some longs and sell signals because we've been trying to protect profits on the trend trading. But this one's probably going to fire. Yep, there's the hook right there. You can see the long signal hooking on this one. So that's going live and long right now as we speak. So Litecoin looks tremendous. It is, for whatever reason, one of the better assets that is out there. I'll let you guys figure that out. All I care about is the price action. So thank you, Glass Eye. All right, the Crypto Bureau wants to look at IMX. So welcome aboard. If you're just joining us here, welcome. Say hi. Let us know where you're coming in from. I love to know where people are accessing our live stream from. Again, my name's Doc, and we're going to be looking at your coins for about the next 20 minutes or so. We'll take this to maybe about half past the hour, and we're usually done by then. So let me know what you want me to look at. Even if it's a shit coin, I don't care. Hey, look at this one. This one looks really good. So on the daily chart, looks really good. Looks like it's building out of a base. Now look at what's happening here. So if we go out to the weekly chart, watch what's happening here. This is up until a few weeks ago, this is one of those where like, avert your eyes. Don't look at this. Don't look at this coin. Don't invest in this coin. Remember, it's not about, you don't get a medal for buying the bottom tick of any market. It just doesn't pay. Only price pays. But now what's happening is the price is coming up to that last lower high, and there's still going to be some that are going to defend this level. But this could be a rounded base that gets smashed through, especially if it gets above $1.50. So that looks pretty good. Now, there is some exhaustion here on the weekly chart, so this has been going on for a number of weeks, and it might not be able to burst through there on the first try, but it looks really strong today. Last 2 days, really, really strong, and we're probably not even seeing a hook. This thing's not even pulling back far enough to hook right now. Look at this oscillator. It's stayed in the overbought area for this entire time. This is why you don't follow oscillators. What is overbought can stay overbought for a long, long period of time. Yeah, TradingView alerts are blowing up, man. They will be. So all of ours come into the room on the R1 service. They'll come into the room at 7 o'clock tonight Eastern time. So that is about 4 hours from now. They'll come flying in. So all at once. So warning. But that's a great looking chart, Crypto Bureau. And let's look at render. Render versus tell. Look at the hook on this signal. Look at the hook signal on this one. So let's look at the weekly chart. This is render token. And again, this is what I've been talking about, guys. Look at the base on this thing. Look at the base on this thing. So this is nice rounded base. This has been doing its time. It's been spending well under there. It's now broken out. Render token looks really good. And even the weekly chart. Now, there is weekly exhaustion here. But, man, I feel like I've spent the entire last year just like crapping all over everybody's coins. Like, oh, that's terrible. Why would you bring that up? That's terrible. That's terrible. And now it's like stuff is popping out all over the place. We're getting these green shoots and daisies and daffodils popping up. This is awesome. Right? So render token, another nice long hook signal. This one looks really good. Now, if you want to be more conservative, wait till this thing breaks out above 3. So once this is a big rounded base. This will come up to 3, probably will consolidate, and then say goodbye. So once this gets above 3, say goodbye to render token. We'll never again be able to get render token. Okay, so a couple of really good ones here, Bureau. Hey, Steve from Brooklyn, AGIX. Hey, Steve. Hey, all right, this one looks good. Nice looking hook here on the daily chart. And this one is not long for this world, right? This is not long. I think we talked about this one last week. Because look at this beautiful stair stepping. We're getting this beautiful stair stepping now. This is a pretty strong pullback. And that's because we got into, there's no doubt we got into weekly exhaustion there. Yeah, we did. We did. But this is the type of stair stepping that I'm looking for. And notice how the price did not have to come all the way back down to the former breakout level, which is about a quarter. So it's about 25 cents there for that breakout level. So it stopped at 35, is reversing, is hooking back up to the upside. This looks really good. Nice one, Steve. Crypto Bureau, H-bar, Hedera hash bar on the on your radar. So this one has also been really, really good. This one just hit the top 20 or top 25. So like every week, what I do is I go recalculate the top 30 or so crypto assets, because those are the ones I want to do scans on. And this one just hit. So this one was just absolute crap for the longest time. And it's just taken off. Okay, and you can see this level here. This level here is the former lower high. And then once it got above that level, boom, it's gone. So these are all these rounded bases that we were frankly seeing in like 2020 as well too. These are really good. Okay, so let's see. Hey, Seb, we'll check Hex. Hex is weird because I can't really chart it. Well, I guess we can do it versus USDC. So Hex has been having a tough time for a long time, but now is starting to get somewhere. Notice the volume coming in. So Hex has gotten above. Hex has gotten above the latest lower high and is hooking higher. So this is a nice signal. And if we put this one on the trend trading, we're going to have, we've already got a buy signal, but you're going to have another end day buy here at about 6 cents. That's an end day high buy signal will show up about 6 cents. So I like that one a lot. Yeah, everything is, have you guys seen a more negative time in the market? I mean, it's been extremely negative. Everybody is negative on the market. And when everybody's negative on the market, this is when I'm most like, okay, maybe things are going to take off, because things never follow all of the pundits. When all the pundits are bearish and everybody's predicting recession, everything else like that, I'm like, wait a minute, everybody agrees that we're going to have a recession. Markets are about to break out. That's the only way. That's the way the market works. Okay. All right. Let's see. The other one you want to see, Advantis, ADVT. Okay. The only thing I have here is a wrapped Ethernet. And if Ethernet's going higher, then this one's going to have a difficult time. So anything versus BTC, if you're using BTC as a reference currency, if BTC is taken off 5% a day, it's not going to be doing as well. So you want to trade it versus some type of stable coin if you can. So right now I can't really, this is the only one that I have as a reference currency for Advantis. So it looks terrible because it's using wrapped Ether. Okay, RFox. Hey, Mav. RFox. Let's look at RFox. Red Fox on Tether. Ooh, that's another good one. Look at that. Look at it go. Damn. Okay, let's check the weekly chart. Weekly chart gives us some perspective on this one. This one has been, beat up and rolling around in the gutter for a long time, right? So it's just now starting to take off just now. You are still very, very early. You can see that the price is now above the latest weekly lower high. And that weekly was set up in August before we had the FTX debacle. So that's working well. That looks good. It's the very, very beginning. So any kind of a pullback or breakout that you can take on this one. So the trend trading would be really good on this one. So you can take an end day high. You can see the buy signal on here was as it got above the 200. So these are signals that we put into the room on ReadySetCrypto.ONE. So if you check out ReadySetCrypto.ONE. So don't go to ReadySetCrypto.com. I need to sunset that site. Go to ReadySetCrypto.ONE, and we have signals coming into the room. Now, it's not going to be on Red Fox yet because Red Fox is not in the top 20, top 30 or so. But we can show you how to put these signals on your chart. Okay, let's see. What else do we got? Red Fox. Okay, Cape Town. A-Dub, we did Ethereum really quick at the very beginning of this. Ethereum looks great. It's going to be hooking tonight. It's above the 200-day moving average. It's going to be showing a hook signal right here, more than likely. Or you can take the breakout above 1,700. So that all looks good. All right, Tezos. Let's look at Tezos. Oh my God, I haven't. Let's see, where's XTZ? I have not charted Tezos in like a dog's age. So Tezos has just been struggling for a long period of time. So this is one I still would not go after Tezos until it starts to break above, say, like $1.50 or so. So here's that latest. Yeah, it's about $1.50. So right now this is still very, very early on Tezos, still very early. And there's other coins that are much, much stronger right now. So I would concentrate on those until Tezos decides to grow up and join the party. But man, this was like 2-3 years ago that Tezos was like the coin, right? It was like the rock star. Okay. Bless your heart. Crypto Bureau, Rose. Yeah, I've had other people talking about Rose as well too. Let's see if we can type. Rose Tether. Rose Tether looks really good. This one's coming out of a base, right? It's above that latest lower high. It's breaking out above 7 cents as a breakout. So this one is just getting started. Just getting started. You can take the next pullback on this one, or you can do an end day high on trend trading. So the end day high for these things, it's already broken about. So here's the first breakout was at 6 cents. That was the first breakout. The next one was about 7.6 cents. You're going to have to wait for the next base before you can take the next breakout. What's on your radar at the moment? You know, really what I spend most of my time is just what you see on this. It's top 20, which is turned into kind of the top 30. That's really what I focus on. I'm not looking for needles in a haystack. I'm mostly looking to just look for opportunity in the most liquid, in the coins that have the biggest following and the best liquidity. So those are the ones that I'm looking at personally. But this is one of the reasons why we do this, why we do these sessions on Wednesday is all of us together, we're better if we talk about what we're all seeing, and then everybody gets the benefit of that as well too. Okay, Crypto Bureau, Alice. We're going to be doing one final, we got about 5 minutes left here, guys. If there's any additional requests for coins, get them in before we finish up here today. So here's Alice. Alice has gone through a quick pullback. This is probably going to be showing a hook signal here tonight. So this is hooking. I would take a long above 190 on Alice versus Tether. Let's look at the weekly chart. Oh, my neighbor Alice, we were charting this one back in back in early 22 before it just sort of fell apart. My neighbor Alice. So I would wait on this one. This one is also kind of the same thing. I would wait on this one to get above 3, quite honestly. If you want to, you can play it down at the bottom here, but wait until it proves to you that people want to accumulate my neighbor Alice. Northeast England. I went to, when I was just out of high school, Lawrence, I went to, my marching band went to Redcar, Whitby and Redcar. And this is a long time ago, a really long time ago. But yeah, I played tuba. Can you imagine that? I played tuba. We went over to England, marched around for a couple of weeks. We went to soccer pitches and, football pitches, and played at halftime. Can you imagine that? Okay, so we'll look at XTP, and that's tap. No. We're going to look at that versus the dollar. We need to look at that versus the dollar. Come on. XTP. There we go. Well, this one's only been alive for just a couple of weeks. And it looks pretty strong. Now, what I would do is, this is where I think the trend trading works best for this, because you can just take the next end day breakout, which is above like 2 cents. Yeah, we've taken some, we've been over there recently in the last few years. We've taken the train line down from Edinburgh down to, I think we usually went to like Oxford. No, not Oxford. Cambridge, because we went to the, is it R? Yeah, Duxford. We went to Duxford. So for the air base that's there. So we went probably right past you on the way south. Okay, let's see. So XTP is a little bit new, but I'd take a breakout maybe above 0.018 would be your breakout. And I think we looked at Render a couple of minutes ago. I think we looked at Render token. Yeah, we just looked at this one a few minutes ago. So this one's looking really good, and it still looks really super strong. BTC mining stocks. So let's go over here and look at stocks. Cypher mining. That's a nice looking pattern. So I'd take the breakout here, which is above maybe 2.2, Cypher mining. Looking at the weekly chart, probably not looking very good, but you can get an early entry here on above 2.2. Let's see, the next one, Mara. Marathon Digital Holdings. Let's try this one. This one's still being beat around the head and neck quite effectively. So what I would do is I would wait for this one to break above about 10 or so. About 10. Okay? So that's for MAF. Okay, and the last one that we'll do here for today is OP. OP. So OP versus Tether for optimism. Whoa, look at that one. That's beautiful. And we're going to see a really nice hook signal on there, like probably by tonight. This looks tremendous. Okay. And look at the weekly chart. The weekly chart is blazing away. Looks really good. Okay. So, hey, everybody, make sure that you, let me bring this over really quick. Make sure you go check out, if you haven't checked this out yet, check out ReadySetCrypto.ONE. This is our new site. This is our new member site. And we've got all the trading courses that are on here. What's great is that there is community on here. So you don't have to get lost. You can ask questions. You can start. You can, start threads and stuff like that. I mean, it's, and we've got signals firing into here. So some of the trend trading signals you can see coming into here. And there's a free trial for 7 days. So please check it out if you get a chance. And we've actually, we've also dropped the price on the service as well too. So I think it's very affordable. And I think we're making the focus about making money. What do we got to do to make money in the crypto world? That's what we're doing here at ReadySetCrypto.ONE. All right, everybody. Thanks so much for chiming in today. Your excellent questions and all your great coins. We're out of here. Thanks, everybody. Have a great week, and I will see you later. I'll see you next week. Take care, folks.